Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning Math with Shelly. In today's video, I'm gonna discuss the rest of the questions from our past papers January 2025 for Pearson Edexcel IAL Pure 1 Mathematics P1. So we have already covered the questions 1 to 4 and now the turn is from question 5 to the last question. I think there are 8 questions. So here is this question number 5. The curve C has an equation 4x cubed plus 2x plus 9 where x is greater than 0. A very important point when you read the question, if there is given a condition x is greater than 0 or k is a positive constant, so that matters a lot. It will help you to give the considerable number of solutions. Sometimes you get, let's say, two values of k, one is positive and one is negative. So if it is mentioned k is greater than 0, so automatically you have to ignore the k value which is negative. So here the first part of this question is very simple. They said find out dy by dx, that is the derivative of y with respect to x, and that you have to write in the very simple form, like the most simplified form. But because here we can see there is a fraction, so just before taking the derivative, rather than that, you first write down the proper way of this derivative, the y exponent, the equation. So that is y is equal to 4x cubed plus 2x to the power of negative 1 plus 9. This is a better way to write. Now I can take its derivative, so it is going to be 12x squared plus 2 times x to the power of negative 2 divided by negative 2 and plus 0. So basically I am going to get it as 12x squared minus 1 over x squared. This is the most simplified form I have written for the derivative. So that is the first part. And here you have to mention this is the first part, so you can write it like A. Then they said given that P lies on C, P is a point which is lying on C, and the line with equation y equal to k minus 5x. So I am going to solve now the B part. For that they have given there is a line which is y is equal to k minus 5x. This is where k is a constant. It is a tangent to the C at P. So let's say this curve is something like this, and there is certain point, it can be any point, and there is a tangent at this point P we are drawing. Now we know that the derivative of the curve at this point and the derivative of the line, the gradient of the line, they will be same. So here if you look at this equation, what is the gradient of this line? This is very important to consider. They have given the line as k is equal to y equal to k minus 5x. You need to write it in a proper way, that y is equal to mx plus c form. So that is minus 5x plus k. So from here the gradient is negative 5. Now this is a point P where the tangent is drawn, and the gradient of this tangent for this curve is given this way, and for this point it is negative 5. So we will equate these two gradients. So 12x squared minus 1 over x squared is equal to negative 5. If you want, you can bring all the terms on one side. So it will be 12x squared minus 1 by x squared plus 5 is equal to 0. After this point, we have to continue it. So we have got here 12x squared, and then we got it like minus 2x squared and plus 5 is equal to 0. So from here I can remove this x square which is given in the fraction form. So what I can do, I can multiply this whole equation by x square. So this will be 12x to the power of 4 minus 2 plus 5x squared is equal to 0. Or if I write it in a proper order of the power, so it is 12x to the power of 4 plus 5x squared minus 2 equal to 0. So this is what we have to prove in this question. And then after doing this part, we have given that this is what we need to prove in the second part. Now they say hence find the value of k. So if you have to find the value of k, so see, we have given for the C part, we have to find the value of k. Now y is given as minus 5x plus k, and this equation is going to give me a point where we have drawn the tangent, and we have to find this k. So if I draw the curve again, let's say this is the curve and here is the tangent drawn. So this point, we don't know what is this point, but if I get to know this point, let's say this is point P given in the question, so I can find out this k by substituting the value of x and y. So first of all, because we need to find out k, so we need to see what can be the source to find the k, that is this equation. But in this equation, if I need to find out k, I need to know one x and y, and one of the point that I can find is, that is point P, that is a point of intersection, and that I can get from here because this gradient equation, this equation I got when I equated the gradient, so it will give me the x values where I have drawn the tangent, that is point P. So what I'm gonna do now, I will be solving this equation. So this is 12x squared. You can factorize it or you can apply quadratic formula, whatever. So this is plus 8x squared minus 3x squared minus 2 equal to 0. From here I will say 4, this is power 4 given. So 4x to the power of 2, then 3x squared plus 2 minus 1, 3x squared plus 2 equal to 0. So I got one equation as 4x squared minus 1, this is one factor. Another is 3x squared plus 2 equal to 0, another factor. So from the first equation I got x squared as 1 by 4, which gives me x equal to a half and a negative half. And second equation gives me x square as negative 2 by 3, which is not possible because square of a number cannot be negative. Now I have got here 2 points, but they are saying P is a single point. So they have given in the beginning one restriction that x is greater than 0. So that means I cannot take this thing because it is given in the question in the beginning. If I want to show you here, it says this is given x is greater than 0. So now what I need to do, so that means my point is x greater than 0. So I can take the x value as only a half. I can take the x value as only a half. Now the thing is, this P point is a point where we draw the tangent. This is a point on the graph of the curve also, and this is a point on the tangent also. Now I have the equation of the line which is minus 5x plus k, but I don't know y. So to find y, what I will do, I will put this x value in the given graph equation. So given graph equation is y is equal to, given as 4x cubed. It was given, let me see what is the equation given here. Yeah, it is given 4x cubed plus 2 by x plus 9. 4x cubed plus 2 divided by x plus 9. So I substitute P as a half. So I will be getting y is equal to 4 times 1 by 2 the whole cubed plus 2 divided by 1 by 2 plus 9. When you will solve it, you will be getting it as 27 by 2. So basically my point now I got as, it is P point is a half comma 27 divided by 2. This point now I can substitute in this equation, y is equal to minus 5x plus k. So 27 divided by 2 equals negative 5 times a half plus k. So from here I can say k is equal to 27 plus 5 divided by 2, which is 32 divided by 2, and that is 16. So this completes the whole question. Now we have our next question. So the question is, show the curve has given an equation like y equal to f of x. The function is not given, but it is given that it is having x greater than 0. The point P, 4 and minus 4 lies on C, and f dash x is given. The gradient of the tangent to the curve at P point is 7. So we have to show this thing, 4a plus b is equal to 24. So gradient is given, that is the gradient means f dash x. When x is equal to 7, so I can equate x, I can substitute x equal to 7 here, and whatever it is coming out as an expression, I can equate it to 7. So f dash 4, because x is equal to the point is given as P4 5. So f dash 4 I can find out. It will be 2 times 4 square plus a times 4 plus b, and this whole thing is divided by 4 root 4. So that is equal to 32 plus 4a plus b, and this is divided by 4 times square root of 4 is 8, so this is 8. So this we got as 4 plus a over 2 plus b over 8, and this thing is given as equal to 7. So I got here a over 2 plus b over 8, that is equal to 7, take away 4 which is 3. Now I will make it simple. So I will multiply the whole equation by 8. So this is gonna be 4a plus b is equal to 24, and this is the first part we had to prove. Now the second part of this question is find f of x in the simplest form. Now if I need to find f of x, of course f dash x is given to me. I can integrate it. If I integrate it, I can get f of x. But in f of x, I will be getting a constant of integration, and before that, to get the function fully as a normal function without any constant values like a, b and all, so I need to substitute the values of a and b. So first I will calculate them. Why? How can I calculate? I have proved one equation, and that one equation is given here as 4a plus b equal to 24. And the second equation is also given in the question itself, that a plus b equals -9. So I will subtract these two equations. So it will be 3a equal to 33. See, when I subtract the two equations, the signs will be changed, minus and this -9, so it will become plus. So from here I got a as 11 and a plus b is -9. So from here b will be equal to -9 minus 11, that is -20. So I got the values of a as well as the value of b. Now I will substitute these values in my question. So I will substitute these values first of all in the f dash x. So f dash x is basically 2x squared, and this is given as 2x squared. So from there, if like we have given it this way, if I show you, it is given like 2x square plus ax plus b. Let me write it down. 2x squared plus ax, which is 11x, plus b, which is -20, over 4 root x. First I can write it in a simplified form. So this will be 2 divided by 4, which is a half, and then you have x squared divided by root x. So this is x squared divided by x to the power of a half. When you simplify this, this will be x to the power of 3 by 2. And after that, what we have here, again the next step is plus 11 by 4 x to the power of a half, and then minus 20 divided by 4 is 5, and x to the power of -half. Now I will start integrating it. So fx equal to integration of this whole expression. So that will be half of x to the power of 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 plus 11 by 4 x to the power of 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 minus f to the power of x to the power of a half, that is -half plus 1, divided by 1 by 2. When you simplify this part, what I am gonna get here is f of x is equal to, this 2 by 5 will go up, so it will be reciprocal, so we will be left with 1 by 5. How? Because 1 over 2 times 5 by 2. You can simplify it like this also, so you got 1 by 5. So 1 by 5, and then x to the power of, and here you have to add a constant of integration as well, because we have already integrated. Now c1 is the constant of integration. So this is x to the power of 5 by 2 plus this is 11 by 4 into 2 by 3, reciprocal. So this is 11 over 6 times x to the power of 3 by 2, and then minus 10, similarly x to the power of a half plus c1. Now we have to find out what is the value of this c1. So we know the point P, which is given as 4 comma -5, that is given in the question, and that is lying on this curve. It is given already here that there is a point P 4 comma -5. So that point will help us now. So what I am gonna do, f of x is equal to, here I am substituting the value. So it will be I will write it like, okay, first I will write just this way, x to the power of 5 by 2 I got, plus 11 over 6 x to the power of 3 by 2, minus 10 x to the power of a half, and plus c1. So 4 comma minus 5 is lying on the curve. So minus 5 is the value, y value. So minus 5 equal to half, and 4 to the power of 5 by 2. So 4 square root is 2, and then 2 to the power of 5, that is 32. So I got it like 32, and here it is 1 by 5. So I got here is 1 by 5 to the power times by 32, then plus 11 over 6, 2 to the power of 3 by 2, which is gonna be 8, and then minus 10, 4 to the power of a half, which is 2, plus c1. So I got minus 5 is equal to 32 divided by 5, plus if I cancel these two, so it will be 44 over 3 minus 20 plus c1. Now if I go further, so c1 is equal to minus 5 plus 20 minus 32 divided by 5 plus 44 divided by 3. So minus 5 plus 20, which is 15, minus 32 divided by 5 plus 44 divided by 3. Now what I can do here, I can make the denominator same. So it will be 15 here. I can make here 15 and times by 15. Here I can times by 3. And here I can times by 5. So I got 15 times 15 is 225, minus 96, which is 32 times 3, and plus 220, that is 44 times by 5 over 15. When you simplify this part, what you are gonna get, 225, here is a negative sign, sorry. This point is negative here, and this is negative here also. So you got here as negative. It was 32 divided by 5 and minus 44 divided by 3 times 5, and here it was 3 and times by 3 here, and same is here, it was 32 by 5 and minus 44 divided by 5 it was. So this was minus, so 225 minus 220, which is 5, and then that is negative 5, and 5 minus 96 over 15, which is negative 91 divided by 15. So we can get our equation of f of x very easily now. Just you replace your c1, you have to write the full equation as it is here. We just need to subtract here minus 91 divided by 5. This will be the equation. Then there is another part of this question, and what they say, that given that P point is transformed to Q, how the curve C is transformed to a curve y equal to f of x minus 3. The actual curve was y equal to f of x. Now it has been transformed to f of x minus 3. So this x minus 3 is within the parenthesis. So x minus 3, it is related to the movement in the horizontal direction. Because it is minus 3, so the graph will be moved towards right by 3 units. They said P is transformed to a new point Q. So P point is 4, negative 5. If it is transformed horizontally by 3 units to the right, so there will be a change in this 4. This 4 will become 4 plus 3, and minus 5 will not change. So we will get the new point as 7, negative 5, which is the coordinates of Q. Now we have our next question. So in this video, I'm going to explain these 3 questions because they are quite long. There are so many things we need to cover. So I will be covering, this is the last question of this video. Now we have the curve C has an equation y is equal to 2 over x minus k. In general, if you see y equal to 2 by x, this is a reciprocal graph equation, and it looks like something this way. These kind of equation have asymptotes also. X equal to 0, y equal to 0. These are the asymptote, it passes through. If it is 2x, so it will be 1 comma 2, it will pass through, and minus 1 comma minus 2 also it will pass through. But now they said it has moved, there is a transformation. This is f of x minus k, and k is a positive, like k is 1, 2, 3. So that means our graph has moved down because it is minus k. So it has moved down. So let's say when it moves down, so it will be something, let's say this way. and there will be a line here, and then it will be this. Now how we can understand this thing? So for that, what we need to do, they have already mentioned that which points you need to focus on. Sketch the graph of C first, they say, and show on your sketch the coordinates of any point of intersection with coordinate axis and horizontal asymptote. First of all, because your graph is moved by k units down, so we have the horizontal asymptote normally as y equal to 0. But here, because the graph is moved down by k units, so horizontal asymptote now it will be y equal to k, because the transformation affects the horizontal asymptote also. So that is one thing I need to show. And y equal to k is a horizontal line because it is an asymptote, so I will be showing it with the dotted line, and we will write here this is y equal to k. Then point of intersection. So if I cannot take x as 0 for sure because it will be indefinite otherwise, so I can take y as 0 to find the point of intersection. So it will give me 2 by x minus k is equal to 0, or 2 by x is equal to k, or I can say x equal to 2 by k. So y is 0 and x is 2 by k is positive, so this number will be on the right side. So now if I consider all of these things, so I can draw my graph now, and the graph will look like, let's say the point of intersection is 2 by k comma 0 is here. So my graph is like something like this. I will be going like this way, and then another part of this graph will be here, and here I will show that this is a point 2 by k comma 0, and the asymptote line, this is equal to y equal to k. This completes the first part of the question. Next, we have given the second part of the question, and they said the line L has an equation, this one, y equal to negative kx minus 6, given that L intersects C at 2 points. So this is a line, this one, and this is intersecting the curve, this graph, at 2 distinct points. So what I can do, I can find the point of intersection by how? By equating their y values here. So we have y for the curve as 2 over x minus k, and for the second equation it is y is equal to minus kx minus 6. So I will equate these two y values. So 2 over x minus k is equal to minus kx minus 6. And when I will solve this equation, there should be two solutions, and they are asking what is the value of k for that. So when I equate, I will remove this x by multiplying both sides by x. So I got 2 minus kx is equal to minus kx squared minus 6x. So from here I got kx squared plus 6x minus kx plus 2 is equal to 0. If I collect the coefficient of x altogether, so it will be x 6 minus k plus 2 is equal to 0. From here, this is a quadratic equation. If there are 2 points of intersection, so the discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac, that should be greater than 0. So 6 minus k the whole square minus 4 times k times 2, this must be greater than 0. When you open this bracket, you will be getting it like 36 plus k square minus 12k plus 8k, minus 8k greater than 0. And if I continue it, it will be 36 plus k square minus 20k greater than 0. So k square minus 20k plus 36 is greater than 0. And if I simplify it, it will be equal to k minus 18 times k minus 2 greater than 0. You should know how to draw this graph like just a sketch. So this graph is having minimum point because it is positive k square. So it is like a minima. You got the 2 points, 2 and 18. So it is something like this. This is 2 and this is 18. Now they said it should be greater than 0. When I say greater than 0, this line, this y should be greater than 0. So it is here and it is here. So this is the value of k, which is 2 and 18. So I will say either k should be less than 2 or k should be greater than 18. These are our answers. K, either it can be greater than 2 or k equal to less than 2 or k will be greater than 18. Thank you.